Hello and welcome back to the Blue and Gold recap for the week of November 11th. This is our final Blue and Gold recap for the fall season. I'm your host, Ronnie Decker, and I'm joined by
Nick Dara,
Oliver Packey,
JJ Looters,
and Ethan Chang.
Going to be going over Marquette High activities. We'll start with Nick and football.
The Marquette Hilltoppers were finally defeated in the quarterfinals of the WIAA Division I playoffs. They lost to Bayport 35-21. Marquette's final record was 10-2, and they won the Greater Metro Conference, going undefeated against conference opponents. Congratulations to all the players and coaches who offered their time and energy to another fantastic season of Marquette High football, and we hope for another great season next year. Also, a massive thank you to Coach Keith Klesinski for your time and patience with the Hilltopper squad, and for all of your work teaching and shaping Marquette High students into men for others. We look forward to next year, hoping for another playoff appearance and possibly even a state championship. Roll Top.
the MUHS varsity volleyball team unfortunately lost in the semifinals against Middleton with a score of 0-3. But they did great in the regular season, winning 26 games and only losing 7. We all hope that next season we'll be able to get the win in state. Roll Top.
Soccer team season unfortunately ended on Friday the 11th against Green Bay Preble, 2-1. I had the opportunity of interviewing Coach Lawrence himself. Here's what he had to say about the season and the season to come. All right, so what do you think is the most important factor in having an effective team on the field?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say the cohesion of the group is kind of your key factor. You got to make sure that you have players that complement each other on the field. If you have all alphas out there that want to do things on their own and are just looking out for them, it's going to be hard to play as a team, win as a team, and you lose that cohesion. When you have the players that play their role best and are in the best interest of the team out in the field, I think that's when you're going to have your best teams out there and you're going to have your most success. So you got to find ways to put a team out there that you don't have all individuals just trying to do things on their own or worried about their stats. It's how do I fit the system that the coach is putting in and executing my role in that.
What is the goal for next season?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think when you go into any season, the goal is to win a state championship, right? That's your ultimate goal that you want to get to. But for me, I think it's that we want to bring that goal ball back. It's been a 3-year drought now for us, which for some wouldn't seem long, but for us feels long with the past history. So I think the goal for us is to prepare ourselves and put ourselves in position to achieve that excellence of winning a gold ball. That's the ultimate goal, and I think along the way there'll be a lot of little goals that we want to try to hit as a team to meet that. But I would say trying to win a state championship is always your ultimate goal as a group.
What will you or the team do differently next season, given what you learned from this season?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I'll be honest. I think we're still going to be figuring that out over the next few months in terms of what we can do differently and really reflect on the season. But I mean, I don't think we did anything this year that didn't put us in a position to get that championship. We had some bad luck in the game, I think, that we played, and there's going to be small little details and preparation and just tweaks to how we prepare for games and our mindset and how we can continue to have kind of that winning mindset and not looking ahead. But I think there's going to just be a lot of little details that we'll focus on and try to correct that we just learned from this last season. And as you look at it, I mean, I think we do a good job of preparing ourselves by the schedule we play, so we'll continue to play the hardest schedule we can to prepare ourselves for situations in the playoffs, so that we've been in situations where we're winning, where we're losing. And then ultimately, I think a lot of it's just going to be what we do in the off season to prepare for the season. I think we can do more in the weight room. I think we can do more as a group. Outside of like coaches can't have 5 contact days, maybe we can use those days. And I think there's just a lot more we can do leading up to the season to prepare ourselves a little bit more, and hopefully that will kind of help us as we get into the season, just being a little bit more prepared overall. But I think we do a pretty good job each year putting ourselves in the right position. But I think that off-season preparation is going to be a big key factor for us.
We had a great season this year, and the boys in blue gave it all they had. We hope next season we'll get a gold ball we've been longing for. Roll Top.
The cross-country team this past Sunday, November 12th, ran at the NXR Heartland Regional Championships. The team had a solid day against the top teams in the Heartland region. Junior Brendan Reardon raced a time of 15:33, placing 60th in the region. Sophomore Eli North followed Reardon with a time of 15:48, placing 93rd in the region. Senior Jack Quiet closed out, placing 104th with a time of 15:54. Juniors Charlie Carey and Andres Campos closed out the top 5 for Marquette, placing 140th and 213th respectively. The Hilltoppers got 13th out of 33 teams in the region. Congrats on a great season. And I was able to talk to Coach Cleary. Here's what he had to say. What was the goal going into the season? What was the overall goal that you set for the team?
Well, you come into the season with a number of goals, and it depends on who it is. So for the freshmen, the goal for those guys is to get them acclimated to the school, to have them learn a sense of community and brotherhood, bring them on board and into the team, and give them a positive and fun experience. That's really the primary goal for the freshmen. And that, I say that's for the freshmen, but we want everybody to have that positive experience as well. We want everybody to have fun. We want everybody to feel a sense of team and community. And that's one of the primary goals. In terms of like success on the course, we had a good team returning on the varsity level, so aspirations were very high. We were shooting and believed we had a team that could finish on the podium at the end of the season. And the other goal is I wanted our JV to improve. I wanted the depth of the team to be a lot stronger. I wanted JV guys to push the varsity guys. And not only did I want to have success on the varsity level, I wanted to see our guys enjoy a lot of success on the course on the JV level as well.
So how did you exactly deal with injury during the first couple meets of the season?
Well, early on in the season, we had some guys injured. Peter Gavahan came off the summer not feeling well. Jack Quiet got hurt. Andres Campos injured his hip. Dermot Morrow-Farrell ended up with some Achilles problems. Some of those were freak accidents. Some of that is just the natural growing of a human. Some of that is guys not doing what they were supposed to do in the off season. So you deal with those injuries in different ways. But mostly it's cross-train, rest, ice, and a lot of cross-training and trying to get into shape or stay more fit without the pounding of running. So it's a lot of rest. It's a lot of holding guys back. I know that Jack and Andres especially holding them back had its challenges because they wanted to race. But you have to be patient and let those injuries heal.
Do you have any plans implemented into next season? What's your overall training goal that you're going to set for the team first week of the season next year?
Well, I'm still trying to finish up this season. We still have our banquet coming up on Sunday, and I've got talks to write and that kind of thing. I really haven't thought about what we're going to do in the first week of the season in next August. More important to me is going to be what the guys do this winter, how many of them are going to run track and progress during the track season. And then, once track is over, then I'll start looking at the cross-country season and summer. And at the start of summer, then we really will start focusing on the cross-country season. I'm not sure we're going to change a whole lot for next year. We've got a pretty good system in place. More is not always better, but we will advance guys. The freshmen will be asked to do more as sophomores. The sophomores will be asked to do more as juniors during that first week. And my hope is guys come in prepared and ready to do that. I think that's one of the reasons we had injuries at the beginning of the season this year is, some guys did not take care of business over the summer, and that does lead to injury.
Congrats to the cross-country team for another great season. We'll see what they have to offer next season. Roll Top.
Congratulations to Finn Daly and Joey Dentisi, who each scored a top score of 5 on the tricky second Wisconsin Math League contest yesterday. Math Club members should check their emails for complete results. The next contest will be the second Catholic Math League contest on Wednesday, December 4th. Great job by the Mathletes. Book Club. Book Club meets Thursday, November 21st, about 8 o'clock to 8:50 during late start. The book is A Memory Called Empire by Arcade Martin. Check out the book in the library, and join us in the Humanities Hub for the discussion. That's all for today in Hilltopper announcements.
Roll Tide!